Shit Show Saturday. And thank you so much for being here. I was trying to get music to play, but then it was a mess. Anyways, so how are you doing today? I hope you're fantastic. As for me, well, how should I say? It's been a week, but so cool thing I went to one of my favorite shops. And thankfully, when I was in San Francisco, I used to go a couple times because awesome Warren Brothers hats. They're my favorites. So actually in Atlanta, at I think it's called Pond City Market, they have a store. So I'm like, totally geek out. So I was like excited that I can get this, and this is more, what do you call it? Lightweight. The other black one I have like this is like all wool or something. I'm like, it's a bit hot and not exactly appropriate for winter or wait, summer. Sorry. Appropriate for anyways. So happy almost 4th of July. So it's funny here in Peachtree City, Georgia, they had a huge, what do you call it, like 4th of July parade. So everybody was all excited about that, and they'd ripped off like a bunch of the road so you can park on the side of the road, which, duh. But anyways, so I'm glad they were able to do that, and basically I got to see some pictures. I myself have never gone because, I don't know, I'm like, whatever. So, let's see. Okay, so last week I think I told you about our crazy, problem, we'll say. Like we had a leak because of our sink in our kitchen. So, and it had kind of backed up a few times, and my wife was able to go and get Drano and, clear it out. But then it was like, okay, we're going to call. Oopsie, sorry, dogs. Anyways, so we called the plumber to come out, and he was like, after he'd been there a while, he's like, yeah, he got a little bit of a problem. Oh, and hey, Leela. Oh, and yep, there we go. There you go. Hey. So thankfully, what do you call it? So he was able to come out and told us, hey, it's a bit of a problem and you got a leak, and it was just a mess. So they came in, they had to, what do you call it? Like clean it up first. Dry it up. That's what I meant to say. And it's funny. Well, thankfully, we had people come out. There was like, it sounded like 5 jet engines in our kitchen. And my office is connected to the kitchen. And so when they dug everything up, pretty much half of the tile in the kitchen, and then it came in my office, which is underneath the wall, so they had to dig up my floor. Thankfully, only part of it, but so when we get it all redone, we might have to do it all. Anyways, I'm thankful it was not worse. I'm excited. Our plumber was able to get fixed, and like, all right. So that's exciting, and we don't have those jet engines anymore. So I'm like, it's kind of funny coming into a house where it's like not loud as anything. We're like, wait, what do we do? So it's kind of a good what do you call it? Like change difference. So excited about that. So let's see. So today I thought I'd tell you about I'm not able to do what I used to do. Granted, having said that, I am very thankful to be alive, so there's that. But something easy like we went to the zoo, to the Atlanta Zoo on Monday. Figure that should be no problem, right? I mean, It's fun. It's a zoo. It should be fun. So when you came in, it was like you could rent wheelchairs or motorized wheelchairs, all this stuff. And I'm like, I don't need that. They'd ask me for one. I'm like, I got it. It's fine. I'm tough. We had to walk all the way down. They didn't have the cut throughs where the buildings open because of COVID, I guess. So it's like there was no cut through. So you had to walk all the way down and walk all the way back up and then down the other side and up. I'm like, I got this. Well, of course, I'm trying to be all tough. I can do it. It's also 92 degrees in Atlanta, Georgia, with humidity that's kind of stupid. So, and Bray and Aubrey, I just had my black shirt, which my uniform, I'm like, I had jean shorts on, and, crazy, right? I'm like, obviously sweating through. I'm like, I'm gonna die. This is crazy. I'm gonna die. But, and yeah, Leela, gosh, I'm so tough. Yep. Well, that's what I'd like you to think. I think I'm more, how should you say, stupid? But anyways, so I go on, and instead of going, we go all the way down, come back up, and I'm like, I'm gonna wait here. Y'all go ahead and go, like my wife and daughter and her friend and another. But anyways, I'm like, yeah, y'all go ahead. I don't want to seem like I'm the one causing, frustration, or, definitely don't want anybody to wait on me. I mean, sorry, I'm still working it out. Like, I know it's not an issue. It's kind of like if you go and hang out with grandma, you're gonna wait for her, but I'm like, I don't want to be the one that you have to wait on. So yes, it is stupid, but thankfully, I've had some friends tell me, Ops, don't be so hard on yourself. Like, wait, what? So, I mean, that is good, and I need to get that in my head, and because I do. I mean, I'm sure a lot of us, we're the hardest on ourselves. And for me, I'm like, I don't want y'all to wait on me. I don't want to be the cause of waiting or can't do something, or, I just want to jump right in and go, and do it as a family. And so I'm still trying to work through, all right, it's okay. Just go for it. And like I said, I'm not how I used to be, but I am, well, I'm alive, so that's good. But things are different. Like, what do you call it? Yes, I'm harder on myself. Should I be? Well, probably not. It's still trying to work through that. And so, and Leela, you're so sweet. So, yeah, we're hardest on ourselves, and we should work on me. Yes. You see, and that's true. It's like, I was talking to one of my other friends. She was like, she said, we're actually artists on ourselves. She's like, would you say the things you say to your best friend? I'm like, no. So one thing I've discovered, which I think it's kind of funny, because in high school, I'm like, oh, I am not going to be a cheerleader. I am not a cheerleader. But now, I'm like, go team, go. I'm like, I am all about, I want to help. I want to give back, and I'm like, think about it. And it doesn't matter what anyone's going through. I would definitely want to help you. I want to encourage you to go out and do your thing. And I want you to go out and do your thing. It's like, even this streaming and video, I'm like, I would not do it before. I'm like, no way, that's stupid. I talk funny. I'm being all weird. And let's see. Imagine if your best friend said, "Yep, yep." It's well, what she said. So it's true. I wouldn't say the things I do to myself to to anyone else, but myself. I'm like, I don't know. It's kind of silly. I try to like, but I should be better. I should do more. I should, and I'm like, so after, and Lila, you're sweet. You're an amazing human being. I'm grateful to know you. That's sweet. I also think it's silly, but no, that is sweet, and I accept that. Thank you. So, one thing, I mean, I was so down after going to the zoo that Monday. I mean, I got back, I was most exhausted that I've ever been. I mean, I was like, I feel like I could die. I'm like, whoa, who? And I went, I think 3 years ago or something, and I'm like, I thought I was fine then, right? I mean, I didn't need a wheelchair, and I didn't, all this stuff, but life changes. Things happen, whether I worked out more than, I don't know. It probably wasn't 92 degrees and a ton of humidity, so I need to remember that, but I need to take it back and chill and just know it's okay. We went to, see, and you're sweet. And I'm grateful to know you, Lila. Thanks for being on this journey with me. Well, as I bug you. But I'm thankful to have people like you in my life. But it is interesting to see. Like yesterday, we went to the Atlanta Botanical Garden, and we had gone there 3 years ago. And funny, that was the first selfie Paula and I took together. So we got another one yesterday, but do I have that photo? That is on Paula's camera or her phone. But yeah, because I was going to show you side by side next week. But so it's just funny. Oh, good thing yesterday I was fine. I mean, I was exhausted when I get home, but I was able to go. The thing about in Atlanta, it's like hills are crazy, and it's just, well, born and grown up in Florida, I'm like right on the beach. It was flat, everything. I mean, there was no hills. Silly? No way. So that's quite a change for me. Like, funny, I do not think about it. I should, but it just doesn't come to me as fast. So that was, how do you say, just an interesting thing to realize. But yesterday, it really gave me a big boost because I was able to do the whole thing. Granted, it was probably shorter than the zoo, and I'm sure the weather was much better yesterday. But I mean, whatever happens, and I am trying to work on not, just being better, nicer to myself. See ya, Leela. So she said, her dinner just arrived, so she has to go. Yep. So thanks, Leela. Have fun. Enjoy your dinner. She's in, Netherlands, yeah. So, but anyways, I was just wanting to show my frustration and the then and now and how things are different. And I'm like, what in the world? Oh, wow. Hey, Heather. So there's my friend Heather. They're chatting on Facebook. There you go. I'm glad you're here. But it's frustrating-ish seeing the before and after of, I'm not how I was. Like, used to be able to go, go, go. I could pick things up. I mean, that was one of the big things I loved to do. I would do things for people, like help them move, strong, and I could do all these things. But now, even walking, I'm like, once again, yes, I did not die, so that's good, but I have a limp. I will probably always have a limp. Is there anything I can do about it? Nope. But what can I do? Well, I can just keep going. And I've started walking, so I tried to, work out basically and just be ready to go and be able to do more things. But I was able to see just this week, like, you know what? Atlanta, Georgia is a bit more hilly than even I grew up with. I mean, even when I was in San Francisco, I lived in it was a Mission, which was pretty much right central, and then I ride my bike 2 miles to my work. So I'm like, it was all flat. But I mean, there are some hills in San Francisco that you do not mess with. I mean, it is hardcore. But thankfully, I never had to deal with them. Granted, saying that, I started cycling when I was in San Francisco with a great group, ALC, Community AIDS Life Cycle, and they are amazing crew. But oh gosh, I remember when we'd take these rides and they had hills. I'm like, like even the one I had my accident on, we had been going uphill like for 40 miles, and I was like, oh, whoa, I'm ready to go down. And that was the beginning of the end. No, it's like, I don't know. Anyways, I was ready to go downhill, and that's when it all happened. I don't know what happened. Nobody saw it, which is frustrating to me because I'm like, I want to know. Anyways, but the thing is, I am learning, take what you have now and go with it. Realize that things aren't how they used to be. They're how they are now. And what are you doing with now? What am I doing with now? Well, I'm learning that sometimes you just gotta take a step back, and in my case, take many steps back and just look at your overall picture. What are you going? See, I forget words sometimes. I'm like, ugh. But anyways, look over your landscape, look over the high view. I don't know what you call it. But anyways, just overlook your life, overlook what you're going through, and really, what are you doing? Like, for me, I always ask, am I making the world a better place? I know that's silly. Yes, I always like, I'm going to make it better. I'm going to do everything I can. I mean, I know everybody's different, but I just want to help encourage. And once again, we can tack back to, what do you call that? Oh, how I was like, oh, I'm not going to be a cheerleader ever in high school and stuff. I'm like, no way. I was a good old band nerd and softball. So I was kind of a jock and a nerd. So anyways, but now, I mean, I'm great at it. That's what I do. Like, I want to help inspire you to get going. I want to help inspire me to get going. That's one of the reasons that I do say things like, well, at the end, how I say, you matter, your story matters, and you belong here, is because I need to hear that all the time. I need to be kind to myself. You need to be kind to yourself, and just realize, you know what? There's some crazy stuff going around, but you know what? It's okay. You're okay. this story may be a mess right now, but how are you going to get through it? You can choose your attitude. Like one thing I have over there, happiness is a choice. So, what are you going to choose? How are you going to respond to it? So, I would like to say and encourage you as well, just recognize what's going around. Be thankful for your coffee. You know, I can be thankful for my guitars. I mean, my piano. Like, it's need to be, well, I would like to be grateful for what I do have. So, and you take a moment and be grateful for what you have. And remember, sorry, I'm looking over there because it's, I have a quote on my wall there. It says, happiness is a choice. So, I will say thank you so much for tuning in today. And I hope you have a wonderful July 3rd, well, and 4th. But always remember, with everything going on, you matter. Your story matters. And you belong here. Cheers.